We all experience moments or events in life that cause these lasting little ripple effects. And then there are moments that come crashing in and completely flip your life upside down. Everything you were comfortable with, everything you thought you knew changed within the blink of an eye. We need to start doing more together before it's too late, were some of the last few words my dad told my mom just days before he unexpectedly passed away. And that sentence has lived rent-free in my head since the day he left us over 16 years ago. So, after a worldwide pandemic, a tough 2 years of on-again, off-again lockdowns, and 8 months of planning, I left my job with my dad's words in the back of my head, and my girlfriend and I packed our bags and set off to experience the world like we've never done before. The next 11 weeks were ours. To discover some of the most beautiful places on this planet, to soak in the freedom of the spontaneity, and to take on the world, just the two of us, for the first time in our 10 years together. After a few days in British Columbia, we left for our second stop, Hawaii. To land in Maui after 2 years surrounded with uncertainty was a dream. It's one of those places I've always wanted to go to, but never thought I'd see. So we tried to experience as much as we possibly could on these two breathtaking islands in the little time that we had. Haleakala in the morning. Almost 9 o'clock, probably gonna get to bed soon. Are you excited for this?
Oh yeah.
We will be up at 3?
3 a.m.
3 a.m. Let's get it. From Oahu, it was off to our first stop in Southeast Asia, Thailand. Each flight brought us closer to these places in the world we had no clue what to expect out of. I have never spent more than 7 hours on a plane. I'm about to spend 14. After 3 flights, a few complimentary drinks, and 45 hours of travel later, we landed in Phuket. There's this overwhelming but incredible feeling when you land in a new place, and Asia was like nothing we'd ever experienced before. You always have this idea of something or a place, whether it be from things you hear or see, but it's nothing like when you experience it firsthand. When you walk up to these jaw-dropping locations, take in the culture, taste the food, or feel the kindness from strangers who live these completely different lives than you, where you truly start to realize how amazing this world really is. And it was these emotions that I don't know if we fully expected to feel before heading out, during a period of time where it's so easy to reach for the negatives in the world.
Look, we made it.
Beautiful day.
Okay, little cribs edition in Singapore. Big bathroom here. Little toilet around the corner here. And a little gourmet dinner. 7-Eleven noodles.
In all of Southeast Asia, I think I've been the sweatiest man for the past few weeks that we've been here.
Outrageous.
The jewel in Singapore is fascinating. With a 40-foot waterfall inside of a shopping mall / airport, it leaves you actually wishing you could spend more time there.
Don't mind us right now. Just in our first airport lounge. No biggie.
But we had 2 more stops to make on our trip in Asia. Indonesia and then Vietnam. Bali is one of those places we had heard so much about because of its popularity. And I can totally see why so many people have fallen in love with it. Rode our first scooter there. While it probably wasn't our smartest idea, holy shit, was it thrilling.
I'm going. Oh.
Chased sunsets behind volcanoes, wore sarongs through temples, fed monkeys in a forest, and ordered one too many rainbow-colored shots. Getting into Vietnam came down to the wire. It was our final night in Bali, and we were either going to make a last-minute audible and head to Australia, or our third attempt at getting an entry visa would be approved. Fortunately, at 10 p.m. our approval came in, and we booked our flights to Hanoi for the next day. Aside from its location on a map and that it's a country, I knew next to nothing about Vietnam. But by the time we had left, it was easily one of my favorite places we had ever been. last stop in Asia was incredibly hard. But England is a place I had been anticipating to visit for over 10 years.
In the past hour or so, we've had the UK Met Office issuing its first ever red warning for extreme heat. Temperatures of over possibly 38 degrees here.
The thing I've noticed about dealing with grief is, while the pain slowly eases over the years, that desire to feel some sort of connection to the person you lost never goes away. And that's what England is for me. A place that provides me with the rare opportunity to connect back with someone I so desperately miss. So when my family received a Facebook message out of the blue one day from a cousin we didn't know we had, I made it my goal to eventually get to England and meet them. And I'm not sure I could string together any amount of words to describe exactly what this felt like, but it's an experience that both Karen and I will hold close to our hearts forever.
One, go! Hey!
Let's go.
Currently in some random bus station in Germany. 10 hours to go to get to Prague.
We made it. To Prague.
Another day, another early wake up in Prague this morning, in Venice by 9 a.m. Last minute call. We were not supposed to go to Venice, but now we are. Karen, how you feeling?
Feeling great.
It's incredible to think just how drastically different your life can be from one year to the next. Like here we were, in Italy, on our second last stop of this idea we had come up with all those months ago. And that's all it was at the start. A crazy idea that we said to each other that we worked towards making a reality. And it was unbelievably fulfilling. Taking a step outside of the walls and pressures of these arbitrary standards that we all work through. Ignoring any self-doubt or questions that can become overwhelming when you're about to embark on something like this. And fully embracing stepping outside of our comfort zones was the most thrilling part of it all.
Run out of you, I would give you an Oscar for the movie you made with me. The one no one is going to see. Da 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 da. It's been a year. Oh, what a year.
11th one, the last one is here.
So thank you to the only person who could have convinced me to do something like this. For the best 11 weeks I could have ever imagined. Filled with adventure, growth, love, and so much laughter. And here's to a lifetime of doing more together before it's too late.
Run out of you. I would give you an Oscar for the movie you made with me. The one no one is going to see. Da 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 da. It's been a year. Oh, what a year. Tell me your hopes and then I'll tell you mine. You gave me my gods and you gave me the sky. I'll cover my eyes and just see ya some other time. I would give you an Oscar for the movie you made with me, the one no one is going to see. Da 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 da. It's been a year, oh what a year. And I gotta tell ya, it's the closest I've ever been to the heart of everything. Da 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 da. It's been a year, oh what a year. I would give you an Oscar for the movie you made with me, the one no one is going to see. Da 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 da. It's been a year, oh what a year.
Oh my god, man. That could have been bad.
Ripping and rolling.
That could have been bad.